Hey, fellow Canadian Amazon sellers, it's Duncan, and I've pulled over. It's a rainy day. I was out on a drive and just thought I'd make a quick video and gauge your interest, because if you guys enjoy this video, I'd like to be able to provide more videos in depth on certain topics that you guys find interesting. So today I want to talk a little bit about what it means to run a business, and really one of the biggest things a business does to make money, and that's solving a problem. And the bigger the problem you solve, typically the more money you can charge for that. So Amazon FBA, it's a great business opportunity for someone with limited experience, limited capital, and someone who wants to follow a proven system like I teach in the Seller Academy to quickly grow a business that can become a side hustle. Now, you notice I said side hustle and not a full-time income. And the reason I say that is I actually discourage people from relying on Amazon FBA alone as their 100% income source. And the reason is Amazon FBA is their sandbox. They're their customers. While it's great, you don't have to do a lot of marketing and you can leverage their customer base, you don't own those customers. And so at the end of the day, it's like building a house with a foundation on sand. If the tide comes in, it could all be washed away one day, aka your account gets suspended or permanently banned, and your whole business is gone. You never owned anything. You were leasing or renting the land. I like to own the land. And so one of the things I realized from day one, and this is something you should definitely consider if you're interested in selling on Amazon or any kind of e-com, is learn that your skills are valuable. The things that you learn, other people would gladly pay you to have you consult or mentor them to teach them how to do it. And while there's a ton of information for free online, knowing who to trust is one thing, like how do you know this person's reputable? And number two, having all that information laser targeted to your specific situation is very valuable to someone who wants to get going right away. For them to have to try and dig it up on the internet themselves and go through hours of YouTube videos and research and courses, they don't know how up-to-date that stuff is, and putting it all together and taking action and doing the steps required can be overwhelming, and typically people just don't get started. So the most successful entrepreneurs I've known are people who look for a solution from somebody who's already way above or slightly above where they want to be. And they'll gladly pay for that person's time, or at least offer some value in exchange for that person's knowledge, so that they can build a business and follow the steps of what the other person did. You know, success leaves clues, right? So if somebody else has done it and they're successful, ask advice from them. If you're looking for fitness training, you're going to go for the guy who's in shape and ripped. You're not going to talk to the fat guy who sits on the couch eating chips all night. He might have the knowledge, but if he's not actually executing what he's teaching, what's the use, right? So you as an Amazon seller, it's great to build an income and a business, but you can diversify like I did from day one and do consulting. You could create your own courses for specific audiences, and you're building, more importantly, your own list. The other side of that, if you don't want to do training, is to diversify off Amazon into other platforms like Shopify, or in the US, Walmart, for example. Then you've got more diversification, or ideally even your own website, right? These take different strategies and different types of marketing, but nowadays it's never been easier to reach broad audiences, or even a very niche audience, using targeted advertising through Instagram Reels, TikTok, and Facebook to reach your customers. And, building trust is very important online these days. So social proof is huge. And carving out a niche, like if you're in a certain category and you find it's crowded, niche it down. Like, for instance, when I started, I learned from some of the best gurus out there in the Amazon FBA space, and I wanted to start teaching people and selling courses alongside my Amazon business, but I knew it was so saturated in the global market that I needed to niche down. So I focused on what I knew, Canadians, being a Canadian myself. And so I'm still here today because other influencers were willing to give me leads and pass people on to me, knowing that I was the Canadian guy. That's slowed down a little bit now. I'm finding less Canadians are jumping into Amazon because of what's happening in the US, which I think is a bit of a missed opportunity. I get it. I get the knee-jerk reaction. But I always remind people, Amazon Canada is its own subsidiary, and over 60% of sales on Amazon aren't Amazon themselves. It's small mom-and-pop businesses who are selling their products on Amazon, so that rely on Canadians to support them. So don't overlook that. You gotta support Canadians and support support Amazon Canada where you can. And if you're willing, also expand into the US. So that's all I had for today. If you guys like this kind of content and you want more, do me a solid, like this video, subscribe to my channel. It really helps the algorithm and helps other people find this video. And I'd love it if you put a comment or a question below, because when I make these videos, which aren't that often, it sometimes feels like talking into the void. So just some validation from you guys that you've enjoyed it or you have a question would let me know that you want more of this type of content, and I'm willing to invest in that if there's interest.